Welcome to Sporty Dosage. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting. Yeah, we're going to count down. We're going to do a countdown of football teams according to their success. Now, the topic of today, as I've mentioned right now, is if chess was football, how would it be? If African football was more like a chessboard, if it was more like of a chess, the way the chessboard is laid out, where you have kings, queens, bishops, knights, and rooks, how would it be? Who would be the kings? Who would be the pawns? Who would be the bishops? And who would be the knights? Well, before we go any further and count down who would be what, hit the subscribe button, share, like this video, and drop a comment on what you think about our countdown today. So we're going to start this now. Check out, just wait for it to find out who would be the kings of African football if African football was a chessboard. Yeah, so we're going to start with not the least, but who would be the pawns. Not disrespect to these teams whatsoever, it's just a ranking used based on chess pieces. So we're going to start with the pawns. The pawns would be the likes of Sundowns. Now someone would ask, why have they been put as would-be pawns in terms of chessboard? Now, Sundowns have won the Champions League just once in their history with Coach Piso Musimane at that time, where they beat, if I'm not mistaken, that was ZAMALEK, or WYDAD should be ZAMALEK in the final. So that's why we rank them with as pawns, because they just have one star of the Champions League medals. So Sundowns, pawns, one piece down. We have more to go. Hit subscribe. Then who would be the castles? Someone was asking me who would be the castles. Like, what do you think? Drop a comment there. But in my own ranking, the team which would be the castles would be ENYIMBA. Now someone was asking me, why ENYIMBA? They haven't won the Champions League since like a long time ago. Yes, ENYIMBA would be the castles, because look, this is a team that won the Champions League back to back, 2003, 2004. They won the Champions League. They played their hearts out. They won it back to back with a fairly minimal squad. Imagine winning that much, winning the Champions League back to back, especially that the competition is dominated by North African teams. So we rank ENYIMBA, the People's Elephants, from all the way from Nigeria, as the castles. Now we go to the knights, the rooks. So people usually call them by knights or what. Now this is a bit of a controversial side. Now knights, we're going to add WYDAD Athletic Casablanca, or WYDAD Athletic Club, but most people call them WYDAD Casablanca. The club from Morocco have been so consistent in the Champions League. They have a great history, great pedigree. Unfortunately, they have lost more finals than they have won. They have 3 CAF Champions League cups, winners' medals. Recently, they just beat the defending champions, who won back-to-back twice in a row, AHLY, at their home ground, which brought a lot of controversy from the AHLY faithfuls. Even the coach Piso Musimane went on to say 50-50 fans, they got what they wanted. But we're going to put WYDAD Athletic Club as the knights. The reason why we've put them there, they've got 3 winners' medals. There are other teams out there that we can put who have got medals of the same, winners' medals of the same number, but hey, they've been so consistent. And that's why they get their slot if they are going to be the knights or the rooks. Then we go to the next piece, the next chess piece. You see, I'm putting these, ranking them in according with chess pieces. You see, so chess pieces from the pawns, you have the castles, then you have the rooks or knights, then we have the bishops. Now the team we're going to put as bishops is going to be TP Mazembe, Tupiso Mazembe, all the way from the DRC. Why we put them there? There are 4 winners' medals, Champions League medals, 4. This is a team that has had a lot of financial muscle during the past. Now they are reforming themselves. They're trying to re-strategize. They were knocked out in the CAF Confederations Cup semi-finals just recently by one of Africa's most respected coaches, Mbenge, who is now coaching RS Bekan. So we put TP Mazembe as the Knights. It had seen a lot of Zambians going to TP Mazembe at some time back, and it was called TP Mazambian by some people out there. So that's why we rank them as the Bishops. Now we go to the Queens. Who's going to be the king and who's going to be the queen? Before we reach there, just hit subscribe, and guess who's going to be the king and guess who's going to be the queen. I know this may not sit well with some people out there. Just comment below if you think, or you can suggest a list how it should be. We are here to interact with me. Subscribe, share the video, share with your friends, and drop your rank in the description box below. And so we've been all waiting for this moment. Who are going to be the kings and queens of African football? Now, when I say queens, it doesn't mean that they are women or anything like that. This is in line in accordance with chess pieces, remember. So we've done pawns, sundowns, rooks, castles. We've put ENYIMBA, knights, castles. We've put ENYIMBA, rooks. The knights we've put WYDAD Athletic Casablanca. Then the bishops we've given it to TP Mazembe. Now we're going to go to the queens. The queens we're going to give it to none other than the white knights of African football, ZAMALEK. Now the Egyptian giants, you know, there's this long standing rivalry with the likes of AHLY. You know, the Cairo derby is so ferocious, it's so furious, it's so wild and fiery. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put ZAMALEK as the queens of African football. They have won 5 times, the Champions League 5 times. They've been to the final so many times. Last time they were actually hard done and they played against AHLY in the final. They lost in a Cairo derby. Imagine the CAF Champions League being a Cairo derby. Hey, that was fire. But they lost the final and they have 5 winners' medals. That's why they take the second most powerful piece on a chessboard, the queen. In fact, it's called the most powerful piece. Yeah, it's the most powerful piece, but in terms of ranking, the queens get it. We give it to ZAMALEK SC Sports Club. Now, who's going to be the kings? Guess who? Your guess is good as mine. Hey, the king spot goes to, hit the subscribe button first, share, like. Now, the kings goes to the 11 times, should be 11 times African Champions League winners. The most arguably one of the most successful clubs in Africa. In fact, not arguably, the most successful club in Africa, and by some rankings it's been ranked as the club of the 20th century, and that is AHLY Sports Club. They have won the Champions League the most times, are the most successful club in terms of that competition, and they just lost to WYDAD Athletic Club. Now, this is a team that has won back-to-back the Champions League recently before the losing final, and they came out 3rd twice in a row at the Club World Cup. So the King's slot will give it to our AHLY Sports Club. Now hit the subscribe button. If you think otherwise, just drop a comment box. Just drop a comment in the comment box below, and hit subscribe. Share with your friends. There we have it. We're going to recap on the list. We have Sundowns as the pawns. We have, and on the castles we have ENYIMBA. On the knights we have WYDAD Athletic Club. On the bishop we have TP Mazembe. On the queens we have ZAMALEK Sports Club. And finally on the king slot we have our AHLY Sports Club. Thank you very much. This has been Yose. It's a pleasure to be with you on the dosage.